I want to introduce my first guest on Rational Funk, my guru. I call him the Professor. He was my great teacher for many, many years. Well, since 2008.
2008, that's right, correct.
I was at the Mars Music Drum-Off. I was a contestant in the Mars Music Drum-Off.
Right, that's right.
And he was a celebrity judge, and I didn't win. But he said at the time I had potential.
Potential.
My point is that it's important to have a guru. It's important to have a teacher. Someone that you can learn more than just drumming from, but life lessons from as well. And I can't tell you enough. We talked about mind and body, mind, spirit, body.
Right. Spirit.
Triangular connection between mind and spirit, body. A lot of people work on just their mind, and all of a sudden their mind, your head is like...
We had a lot of work on the body. We mostly focused on the body for upwards of 2 years.
Yeah.
But it shows now. I
mean, the professor was talking to me about you got to look good without your shirt.
Literature, body, mind,
the literature aspect, the Dan Brown stuff you hit me to was...
very esoteric. You weren't really turned on to much of that before.
No, I didn't know a lot about whatever that was you just said. Freemasonry and all that stuff until Dan Brown.
Truth.
And you told me a little bit about...
Okay. Yeah.
You told me a little bit about Dan Brown, and all of a sudden, man, my up-tempo ride cymbal playing.
Power in, you know what I'm saying? The power of now.
Absolutely.
Eckhart Tolle.
I'm going to let the professor jump in and do a guest session with me today, and I'm going to let you take it from here, Professor. I'm going to stand here and just watch you do your thing. In fact, let's do a lesson.
All right, let's get started.
It's important.
Let's get started.
The professor is going to play a slow paradiddle between the snare drum and floor tom, and I'm going to do the same with my pectoral muscles.
Yep.
Should we try it? I haven't done it in a while, but you're leading with your left or right?
I'm going to lead with my right. Okay. Here we go.
Right there, and we will do that. Let's try it. Should we try it a little bit up?
Sure. Okay.
What increasing speed is one of the...
Yeah, it's thank you.
Because my speed increased greatly under your tutelage.
Yeah. Okay, let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Body, mind, spirit, triangular crossfire there. Just the idea of connection to the body and the health of the body with the mind and the spirit. Ginger ale, ginger ale, orange crush, ginger ale. Remember that?
Yeah, those were the days.
Root beer.
I don't drink a lot of soda now. I'm trying to...
I remember this one every single time I would play the right cymbal. Squirt, 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 squirt is how he would count people out. Squirt, 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 squirt. Mellow yellow, mellow yellow, mellow yellow, mellow, mellow, mellow yellow. Should we do it?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Gold medal soda, multiple flavor. Ginger ale, root beer, gold medal root beer, gold medal root beer. Coca-Cola, Pepsi-Cola, Coca-Cola, Pepsi-Cola, Coca-Cola, Pepsi-Cola, RC-Cola, 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 RC-Cola. Mr. Pip, Mr. Pip, that's a 1 and 3.
So one of the first things to get your mind right, which we talked about earlier, we would go through some exercises like a staring contest, for example. And what does that do? Well, it puts you in the right frame of mind. Before you touch the drums, if you're coming in, you're feeling, you're feeling crazy, you're feeling lost, you're feeling a little bit down, you got to get the mind right. Otherwise, the drums won't be right. Mind's not right.
Right. You came home, the natural gas had been turned on in your house.
Leak. Gas leak.
There was a gas leak. The neighbor's house blew up. Yours almost did. Your dog died.
Right. Whatever.
How are you
Doesn't
gonna-
matter.
yeah.
How do you get it out? Staring contest. Let's just go through that a little bit. I usually win, but you know, it's been a while.
One of the reasons why, though, I would sometimes get confused at the whole thing is I've never seen the professor without sunglasses on. So, I mean, I'm not saying you're not blinking, but I'm not saying you're blinking. I'm basically saying you're not blinking, but I'm saying that there are times I thought you were blinking when it would get into these 2 or 3 minute things where my eyes turned into like radishes. They were
A couple of other things we like to do besides staring contests. Okay, that's the start. But now you're on the drums, all right?
Right.
Something I like to do is, you know, work through with him is some, you know, just working
Yeah.
on one drum.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, pick a drum, Dave. What do you
Well,
like? What do you like to do?
I love the splash cymbal is my favorite drum.
Okay.
But I haven't set one up. But
right.
that's my favorite drum. That's
Yeah.
that's my instrument. You know, a lot of people talk about what's your instrument. My instrument, 6-inch splash. The professor hit me to really working on my up-tempo ride cymbal jazz playing with a 6-inch splash.
Right, yeah.
Which we
You
can't
wanna
really
work
give
out?
you an example, but I can show you a little bit what he did. He said, if you don't have a 6-inch splash, right, Professor?
I did say
take
that.
the
Who
fel-
doesn't? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if you don't have one handy, I mean, we both have multiple splashes.
Yeah.
I got hip to splashes working with you. Play the very tip of the bell of your 20 whatever inch ride cymbal and play your up-tempo jazz there. So this is an application of the technique
see it.
of up-tempo jazz ride on a 6-inch splash, even though we don't have one. And permit me to be a little bit nervous that the professor is here. I mean,
Please, Dave. Thank you.
I've come a long way since Mars Music 2008, though, I'll tell you that. I'd easily place 4th on that motherfucker these days. And a lot of things the professor would say is like I'd be like, Professor, I really should start trying to be able to play different volume levels on my ride cymbal. I think I'm playing too loud. And he'd be like, don't work on that. That's worthless. Just go into areas where you can't even actually get louder sounds out of the cymbal and play with the same volume.
Right.